All right, folks, welcome to the Gritty Podcast. I am here with John Stallone today. Thanks, John, for being here
Thanks for
with
having me.
Howl for Wildlife. And we're going to talk about an urgent bill an urgent bill that we want to stop from being passed right now. That's going to liquidate tons of public land. So, John, with that laid down, tell me a little bit. Tell the audience what we're up against, and more importantly, what can we do? What's the action we're going to ask?
Yeah. So what's happening right now basically is there was an amendment to a budget bill and a lot of shady stuff going on with it. For one, it was introduced at midnight, so that kind of fly underneath the wire, and
Always
people
suspicious.
right, exactly. And it wasn't on there, and the proponents of it were talking about it not being a part of this amendment leading up to their decision to add it. So that in itself is, nefarious. But what it is really is they're going to sell off approximately 500,000 acres between Utah and Nevada of BLM land. And this amendment basically would gut what's called FLIPMA, excuse me, which is Federal Land Policy and Management Act, which is basically when BLM transfers public land to be sold, there is a whole process. And I don't remember exactly what the process is. I just wrote about it on my blog if you want to take a look at it. But there's a whole process where the stakeholders involved basically give their public input. That's the ranchers, the hunters, the anglers, the cyclists, the mountain bikers, everybody that's involved in that space would give public input. This basically takes all that away. There is no public input. And it expedites.
That's way too much power for government officials to have. That's ridiculous. They should have to clear it with us, the people, before
public
they
land, it's our lands, right?
Yeah, that's insane to me.
Yeah, and it's all done under I'll say the guise of, we're going to have more affordable housing. There's mineral stuff that
we've talked about this. That's empty promises to me.
Exactly.
The government takes my money and then spends it in ways that I think are irresponsible. That's like, no, I'd rather you not sell my public lands and then spend the money in a way that undermines what I want, my values, right. And that has been, unfortunately, more or less how I've seen the government operate in the last decade, especially the last, little bit here. No, I don't. I would like the government to just not spend any money. Just stay out of the money spending business at all, let alone the selling of our assets. I'd rather them just get their spending under control and manage that. So I have no faith in them to take the money from these public land sales and then better anything.
Well, just that in itself. So the way this amendment reads is, so normally under normal circumstances, if BLM land is sold off, that money would be earmarked to go directly to other public lands. So, I sell $100, that $100 is going to go to fix this one thing on public land somewhere else.
Right. So where does this
money go? They're saying $18.5 billion for this land sale, which I don't know. I mean,
by the way, John,
sounds like a lot of money.
By the way, who's $18 billion is it? Is it even American or is it Chinese? I
don't know. See, it's whoever they sell it to. So, and the thing is, they're going to sell it off. That $18.5 billion is going to go towards the national budget.
That's bull.
It doesn't even go to where it's supposed to go to. So,
just a land grab.
Yeah, to me, it's not good for anybody because it also sets precedent. So if they get away with it now, and for those people who are like, oh, it's just in Utah, just in Nevada, I don't really care about it, doesn't affect me, blah blah blah, it's gonna affect you. It just in the fact that it sets a precedent that they can do the same thing in other places. And there's already been talks, like here in Arizona, I live in Arizona, they've been trying to figure out ways to get rid of, to get
Oh
federal
yeah.
lands gobbled up over here. And, you think it doesn't affect you on the East Coast or somewhere, east of the Mississippi. Think about it. Your wilderness area over there is the same size as like one of our units here. Okay.
Yeah.
If they decide they want to sell off your wilderness area, think about that. Like what that's going to happen to you.
Yeah.
That's a
Unfortunately,
lot of places that people go to recreate and hunt and fish and all that other good stuff that's going to be ciao, ciao, goodbye. It's once it's gone, it's gone. It doesn't come back.
so what can we do?
Well, the main thing right now, it's leaving. It just left the committee on the House, and it's going to the Senate floor. Is to get our, senators and whatnot to hear our testimony. And what House Wildlife has done is we created an action that's a video action because we've heard grumblings and so on and so forth that when they get emails and whatever that
They
people
want to dismiss it.
they're saying that they're
Yeah.
bots or AI, whatever. So the only way to be undeniable is for you to get on there and be like, hey, I am, Joe Schmo. I'm a public land hunter. I believe in this. And it's super simple. You go to alphawildlife.org, you go to the Action Center and go to the keep public lands in public hands action, click on that. And it's going to basically, it's very easy. It takes like a minute and 10 seconds if you do a full 60-minute recording, which I don't recommend anyway, because you know how people are. They don't have have the attention span. But if you do a 20-30 second spot, say, hey, I'm so and so, or you share a quick story, hey, my child's first turkey was taken on public land, whatever, something that resonates with them to make them understand that there are many people out there that are very upset about this. And then not just your hunting buddies, get your hiking and your mountain biking and your outdoor recreationalists. I can't speak today.
Yeah.
Get them to do it. It's not just a hunting thing. Of course, I mean, we would love all the hunters to get involved, but there's millions and millions of people that don't hunt that use these lands.
Yeah, this is really excellent what you guys have put together. You go to howlforwildlife.org. That's howl, HOWLFOR wildlife.org. Go to take action. You're going to find it there. It's really easy. You put your name in, your phone number, some information about you, like your address, so they know where to send this so it goes to your representative. And you just hit the record button and Howl takes it up. And you just say, hey, I'm so-and-so. I live here. Public lands are important to me. I oppose the sale of public lands. This is why. And you're done. If you could do that, everybody that's listening, do that with you, your spouse, a kid, a brother, a friend, a dad.
People at work, anybody.
Yeah, anybody. And just ask them real quick. And we'd knock out a bunch of these. If we actually all go do that, this is how we actually fight for and keep our public lands. To be honest, this wouldn't be happening if Howl for Wildlife wasn't putting together and making it so easy. This is really that easy. It's 60 seconds of your time.
Yeah.
And everybody cares. Really, if we're also busy. I'm guilty of this. I get busy with my life and my kid here.
We all do.
My dog's sick, and and it's like I get caught up. But if I don't take a minute to do this kind of thing, I'll wake up 5 years from now and public lands are gone. And that's the reality for all of us. So it just takes a minute. I need to have you on the show more often, John, on a regular basis when these things come up, so I can tell my audience, ask them to take action, because they'd love to. They're just busy like me. So having you on, having this created for us, it's excellent. And for those that are not a member of Howl for Wildlife, consider joining and becoming a member. But folks, we're asking you to go to howlforwildlife.org and record your 60-second message. Here it is. You guys have a little a little template too. Tips for a video. Be real. Share a quick message. Keep it short. Please oppose any sale or transfer of public lands. I mean, it's that quick, that
It
easy.
is. I got another tip that's not on there.
Yeah.
You and I are both in the public spotlight, and we're used to, public speaking and so on and so forth. Don't be apprehensive about this. I know once you get in front of that camera, you can freeze up real easy. Write yourself out a little script. It's super easy. And not so much that you have to read off of it, but you write it out. It's in your head. You know exactly what you're going to say and how you're going to say it.
Done.
And it actually has I haven't done it on the phone, but on the desktop, you can pre-record a video and then hit upload and upload the video. You don't have to do it in real time. So if you want to do a bunch of takes, you can do a bunch of takes. You know?
It does say on here how to do it if you want to upload it instead.
Yeah. So
yeah. Well, folks, it's 60 seconds. If we can get as many people that have listened to this show to do it, that's a powerful statement. And it affects all of us. That's the truth of it. It's easy to only worry about your neck of the woods. And I've heard this before, people a little angry about not being able to get a tag in Montana. They're like, screw Montana,
Right.
The truth is, at the end of the day, the government it's a powerful entity. Okay. It has its place, but the man is always trying to take from us little people. If you don't fight all the time, it goes away.
You have to be passionate.
You have to fight, and you have to do it in an act of service because it's for your kids and your grandkids. Look, John, I'm 50 now.
Yeah.
I ain't getting any younger, and I've done a lot of great hunts. It'd be easy for me to sit back and be like, doesn't affect me. I'm half dead,
Reality of it is, it's probably not going to affect you and I. It's not. I'm the same age as you. And,
but I want it for,
we can hunt our lives out and leave it up to the next generation, whatever. But
if we don't get involved, though, it's a treasure that's lost for our kids. And then it's like Texas. You only pay to play. Exactly. There's not a spot where you can go if you don't have some paid for access. That free, that beautiful, amazing country we have is gone.
Right.
Yeah. And I think it has more effect than even that. I honestly think,
oh yeah, it's not just losing, you lose public lands, but you lose, exactly. I mean, there's so much lossing. And the funny thing is too, is economically, it really doesn't even make sense. Okay, I said 18.5 billion, but you sacrifice long-term public value like the recreation, the tourism revenue, the natural resources management. It's all for short-term gains that benefit only a few people. If you look at it from a broader view, like, hey, I don't know how long it takes to make 18.5. I'm not an economic. Oh my God, I came some. You know what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah.
Economist. Thank you. And it's like, but 18.5 billion, I'm sure that, in a course of whatever it is, 5 years, 10 years, whatever, that 18.5 billion comes from that land anyway. If you look at it, extrapolate it in that fashion. Well, so I don't know that it really does us any good. Like it's like a short-term Band-Aid fix. Let's say like we really, really need.
You can look at Oregon public schools and public lands. Yeah. That land that was granted at statehood was for the state to use to leverage for selling lumber and so forth to pay for the public school system. But Oregon just sold off all the land. They sold off the golden goose. And so they don't get any more golden eggs.
Yeah, that's it.
You just sold your resource that was making all that was built for that. And so looking back, all those state lands that were for the public are completely gone.
Mm-hmm.
What is there to show for it today? It's a foolish move. It's a bad move and again, dude, John, the government is not going to take that money and help me out with it. They're not. It's simply going to enable some rich dude or some rich entities to get a hold of stuff that used to be mine. And then they're going to take that money and they're going to find some genders program in Pakistan. So I'm over it. I'm over it, dude.
Yeah, no, I get you, man. I'm with you 100%.
So folks, get on howlforwildlife.org and record that 60-second message, please. And do that with get your wife to do it and others that right in your home. Then tell your buddies, your guys at work, brother-in-laws, all of them, and ask them to take some action. And thank you for coming on, John. Thanks for all you guys do at Howl for Wildlife. And yeah, let's stop this thing. All right, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Stay gritty.